it's Gwethorn from Gwethorn's Games, and I am going to be running the stand at Amon Sul. Now I'm going to be running it as a 3-player instance, but before I do that, I just thought I'd mention that where I'm located at the moment, which is just to the west of Weathertop, has a number of Crabane, which is one of the Slayer Ds. I'm also just above where all the goblins are, and Luz is down to the south. And if you go a bit further north, you've also got all of the orcs, which are available for Slayer Deeds in the Lone Land. So it's a nice place to be, but I'm going to be doing the stand at Amon Sul. Okay, let's go for it. As I said, 3-player version, because I like playing the 3-player version of all these things. Let's go for it.
Not long ago, a great battle was fought upon the peak of Weathertop between Gandalf the Grey and the Nine. Evil has been drawn to Amon Sul, where the Ranger Candide seeks to hold the hill for the Rangers of the North. What's your name?
Okay, so the main trick on this is if you don't keep the fires burning, with few exceptions, you will not survive the battle. 1, 2, 3, and then I'll come back, pick up another torch, and then get the other 2. So if you don't do this, if you don't keep those going, then you will have damage buffs on all your opponents, which will make things harder and harder as time goes on. But you'll be warned when the fire goes out. I usually do it the same way. I usually pick up this torch, run it round the 3, and then pick up the other torch and run it round the 2. But we'll just keep going until the torches go out. There'll be several rounds of this. Now there are some elites that for the deed that you actually have need to have the fires out to actually get things started. But okay, here comes another one, another lot. Hey, there's the White Slayer for the area, which should tell you that doing this stand at Amon Sul gives you the White Slayer deed. Here comes the Lieutenant, it's Deathmonger, and as soon as the fire starts coming out, you really have to think about starting to start them back up again. Now I'll actually turn this over to General. So there is an extra, an elite. Okay, fire's burnt out, so let's go for it. That one will do to start off with. 1, 2. You have to run close to it to be able to get it, and then I'll get the other 2, the other ones with the other torch. As I said, if you don't do this, the buffs on the enemies gets too great. They start doing double damage and things like that. Okay, well, let's start taking these out again. Now there is one elite out here, and I will take it while I'm here. We'll leave Candaith alone for a bit, but as long as the fires are going, you should be okay. You see he's taking a bit of damage, but not a lot. And this elite really has got some defense. It is now gone. Okay, so I've got that, but I have to go back and defend. Okay, so, and you can fit those in. So we've got extra damage from strong flames, which is what we've got because we're in the middle of this. Work the other way around. We get the strong flames and they get, yeah, so we're doing extra damage as a consequence. But there is an oppressive darkness which gives you a 50% debuff if you don't. So you've got to keep at least 2 of the fires going. Yeah, fire's burnt out. Okay, let's pick that up. And 3 again. 1. You can see the fires burning out and the buffs disappearing. But as I said, there's a constant debuff of minus 50% damage. So if you don't have 2 of them going, you're not going to get anything. Okay, that's another one gone. Okay, so we had a bit of a rest. We're going to come back in again. Well, that's the main trick to it. I like running Law Masters and things like that here because you can pretty much allow the pet to do most of the damage because it gets nice buffs. But the champion's just as good as anything else when it comes down to it. So yeah. I mean, it's a very slow way to get reputation with the Lone Lands. It is possible to get it. You get 700 reputation from finishing the standard Amon Sul. You don't get it from terribly many other places, except crafted gear, crafted reputation. That's definitely a crafting thing. A lot of time has to go into crafting of things like fine cotton cloaks or it's soup and things like that. You need to look at what the barter. You can barter it at Oscarith for it. Okay, we've got something. Okay, we've got another elite out there, but I've got to wait for the fire to go out before I go out and grab that. There we go. Here comes another one. Let's go and do that again. 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Go back and pick up the other 2. 1, 2. Now I can go out and pick out Gornuck. Don't run off the edge. There's another one gone. And Candace took care of the others because the fire was up. Okay, we've got a lieutenant coming in. Shouldn't be too much of a hassle as long as because we've got the fire. And it's a lot of rinse and repeat in this. It's a defensive skirmish. So chasing down the ranged. Neither of these are ranged, they can come to me. And this will happen a number of times. I don't think it's a particularly effective skirmish for the amount of time that it takes to actually run. There, fire's gone out. Okay, time to get some more. I'm actually running the other side this time, but that's okay. Should still get the 3. 1. Yep, see, because I didn't do it the right way. 2, 3. I've still got them, but I should have chosen the same one as usual to start off with, and that's going to mess my system up. That's okay. 3 of them are lit now. Second assault's done. Okay, and there's no elites turned up, so we'll just wait for this to keep going. So the final boss will be a cargo coming through the main doors. We'll bring some ads and just have to burn that down, but at this point in time we are pretty much on track to finish this after this round. The critters are not particularly difficult as long as you know how to, as long as you know to keep the campfires lit. That's basically it. An archer coming in. We're all ranged. Wait for that fire to go out again. A few minutes and then it does it. We've got a lieutenant. Okay, let's get lieutenant first. It's the priority. Fires are going out, so this is going to be a little bit problematic, but let's go for it. Everyone took a bit of damage. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then the other 2. 1, 2. Okay, so we have a slightly different routine now, but gotta wait for the torch to go out. And the herbalist is good at keeping your health up. I mean, it's not great, but it's okay. Here we go again. Now I will. This is the last of the this instance. This skirmish becomes available at level 25, and I've run all of the others. If you've been watching this series, then I've played all of the others that are under level 20 that are free to play. So I'll be pushing the character up to level 30 for the next available instance. It's actually a skirmish, but you probably won't notice any time delay because these all go out on a regular basis. But yeah, I'll be pushing this character up to level 30 using the skirmish camp. Okay, here comes the cargo. Now it's just as likely the torches are going to go out because of timing. Okay, there's one. Got to get if you ignore the fire at this point, then you really are going to be in trouble. I'll grab the other two. I'll let Candace do a little bit of fighting while I give ourselves as much bonus as possible. Okay, let's go for this. Let's see if I can get as much as possible out of this. Here come the extra adds. Candace is back up to max, which is good. And there we go. I'll pick up the adds, and then we should be done. And that is standard Amon Sul. I'll just pick those up. And where's the last one? Here we go. Okay. Nice experience, but it does take a little bit of time. Okay, what do I get out of this? Copper coins. Yeah, okay, nothing really. So yeah, I could have used the emblems to give myself a little bit of a boost. They're possible, but yes, that is the standard Amon Sul. Thank you all for watching, and as I said, Slayer deeds all around here, but catch you in the next video. Bye all.